Concepts of health and nutrition. Have you ever wondered about your health and what you could be doing to improve it? Have you ever asked yourself, so what is health? This article will define the concepts of health and nutrition. It will demonstrate the very concepts that define health, the dimensions to be considered, and the determinants that directly affect an individual. Health is not one-dimensional as most will perceive it to be, but rather has a multidimensional aspect to it that involves other factors which need to be considered in order to properly define the overall health of an individual. The World Health Organization, WHO, describes health is a state of complete physical, mental and social well-being and not merely the absence of disease. The Oxford Dictionary describes health as the state of being free from illness or injury. We are all different, and what one may perceive as healthy, another may not see it in the same way. For example, you might see health as being thin, while cancer patients might see health as being in remission. A psychologist might describe health as being mentally positive and in a good emotional state. For this reason, health needs to be looked at from different perspectives and having more of a multidimensional approach in order to properly define health. Going back to what we said about health not being one-dimensional, we need to understand that health has more of multidimensional factors that need to be considered in order to fully understand the individual's state of their overall well-being. There are 5 dimensions of health that need to be considered when self-analyzing your overall state of health and well-being, which are as follows. Social. Social health is the ability to gain and maintain relationships. Although family relationships may be very influential, it is just as important for an individual to be able to create and maintain healthy relationships with others, such as friends, social workers, teachers, and group leaders, just to mention a few. Some of the attributes that can assist in achieving good social health are strong communication skills, as the ability to communicate with others is vital in maintaining a strong relationship. Accountability is being able to be responsible for their actions, and intimacy and having the ability to maintain an emotional involvement are just a few examples of attributes an individual can have in maintaining a good and healthy social state. Mental. Mental health is defined as a state of well-being. What this means is the ability to cope with certain stresses in life, the ability to work productively and is able to contribute to the community. Mental health is not to be confused with mental illness, where mental health refers to the individual's ability to cope, work well and reach their potentials. Mental illness refers to disorders such as anxiety and depression. Spiritual. As spiritual health might be thought of as organized religion and prayer, it also encompasses other facets such as the ability to establish harmony and peace in an individual's life, the ability to develop congruence between actions and values, and the ability to perceive a common purpose that links creation. Spiritual health impacts an individual's life by increasing positivity and resilience to stressful events. An example of this is an individual can find peace much sooner when grieving if they have stronger levels of spirituality. The level of spirituality can have a direct impact on various other dimensions of health. An example of this is that a strong purpose in life can maintain a healthy emotional and mental state of health. Emotional. Emotional health is the ability to cope with certain stressor in life. Certain outcomes, being positive or negative, will always be a part of our everyday life, and the well-being of an individual includes the ability to manage their own feelings and associated behaviors. Some examples of emotional health are self-esteem and self-confidence, the ability to express feelings adequately, maintaining realistic perspectives on events and responding accordingly, and the ability to control emotions when required. A healthy emotional state will help an individual to cope efficiently under pressure or stressful outcomes. The ability to adjust to changes in lifestyle will also lead to helping an individual to greater success in the workforce. Physical health. Physical health has no set dimension but rather a number of common ideas as to what health is. Physical health encompasses an individual's overall health and can be defined as the individual's overall absence of disease. Physical health is the most commonly looked at out of the 5 health dimensions. Physical health is not to be confused with fitness. Whereas fitness refers to the physical capabilities of an individual given certain tasks, and health is a state of the overall well-being which encompasses the mental, spiritual, and emotional states. Now that we have a better understanding of the 5 dimensions that encompass the overall state of health, we need to also take into consideration the determinants that can impact each of those states. Determinants are the external factors that can directly influence the individual's balance, being either positively or negatively. This refers to the environmental and circumstantial situations which are not always in complete control of the individual. Some examples of such determinants can be genetics, income, education, relationships, residency, and community environment, just to mention a few. Determinants relate to the overall balance and play a major influence, which shapes the individual's behavior and lifestyle. This will contribute and potentially determine the ability to maintain a healthy lifestyle. Understanding the dimensions and determinants of health will provide you with a more informed idea, which will, in turn, guide you in ways that will better enhance your approach to health and enhance your ability to be more successful at reaching your overall goal of health and well-being.